We just got some major new AirPods Pro 2 leaks. If you've seen our previous videos on the AirPods Pro 2, you probably know that there are three major changes coming: a new design, a new case, and a new wireless streaming standard that allows us to stream lossless audio straight to the AirPods. Well, this massive new leak confirms everything that we knew about and also reveals some brand new information. But more about the AirPods Pro 2 leak right after this. This video is sponsored by BandWerk and their luxury line of Apple accessories, including premium MagSafe phone cases, bespoke watch straps in a variety of styles, and the perfect AirTag keyrings. They can even use the same material for multiple items so that you have all of them matching perfectly. Check out BandWerk's lineup by using the link below. And now, back to the video. And I should also mention that this leak comes from 52 Audio, the same publication who correctly leaked the AirPods 3 design. And I want to start off with the new design. So the previous rumors were saying that the AirPods Pro would be dropping the stem in favor for a more normal looking earbud design. Well, according to 52 Audio, this is no longer the case, as the design of the AirPods Pro 2 looks mostly the same as the AirPods Pro 1. In fact, they're claiming that the design is pretty much identical to the AirPods 3's design, but with ear tips. We did see some small design changes with the AirPods 3 in terms of the microphone hole, the proximity sensor, which were repositioned slightly, and these would now be essentially the same as on the AirPods 3. So no new design, but what about the sound quality? Well, according to 52 Audio, the AirPods Pro 2 would have similar acoustic characteristics to the AirPods 3's. They said that they will come equipped with a combination of high amplitude drive units and high dynamic range amplifiers. What this means is, just expect a better audio quality over the AirPods Pro 1, but don't expect anything groundbreaking. The interesting things to point out here is self-adaptive noise cancelling. Essentially, the noise cancelling will automatically adjust based on the ambient conditions. And the same will apply with the equalizer, which will, again, adjust based on the music that you're listening to automatically, and probably some external factors as well. So I think that these two changes would have the biggest impact in terms of the overall audio quality. And of course, we still have spatial audio, dynamic head tracking, and audio sharing. All of that is still here. Now, processing all of this audio will be done by a brand new chip, and they've worded it very weirdly in their report. Instead of calling it the H2 chip, they called it a new H1. Again, this will very likely be the H2 instead of an updated H1. But what we've heard here is better performance in terms of the audio processing and improved power consumption. They also talked about an improved manufacturing process, so I guess that this is how Apple is able to make this new chip more power efficient. The main thing that I do want to see improved in terms of the processor is a faster overall device switch. Right now, when I'm switching from my iPhone to my Apple Watch or to my Mac or to my iPad, sometimes it takes as long as 20 seconds to switch. I don't know if that's just me. Then Find My is getting some big improvements. Now, currently, if let's say you lose your AirPods, you can go into the Find My app on the iPhone and then locate them via Bluetooth pinging. So just like you can with the AirTags, but you can only do so with the AirPods themselves and not the case. So Find My is now coming to the case as well. We've seen this reported before, so it's nothing new. We were aware of a speaker being present in the case, but unlike the previous leak, in which the speaker grills were on both sides of the bottom portion of the case, now it is only on the right hand side with a single opening on the left, which could be a hole for the microphone. I'll explain why this is actually very important later in the video. Overall, I think it's great to have Find My on the case too. Personally, I've never lost my case. It's mostly the AirPods that I'm struggling to occasionally find. So yeah, I think that this functionality might be useful for some people. I think it would be really cool if that speaker would be used for something more than just pinging your case. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be powerful enough for it to be used for actual music playback. Now, 52 Audio also believes that the case comes with USB Type-C, and this is something that I was predicting too in our last video, that it would make sense for Apple to give the AirPods Pro 2 USB Type-C because the next iPhone, the iPhone 15 from next year, would also have USB Type-C. And we know that the entry-level iPad is getting it too this year, at least according to the recent reports. And because of the new EU regulations, Apple needs to switch to USB Type-C all across the board. So it looks like the iPhone will literally be the last Apple product to switch to USB Type-C. 52 Audio also claims that fast charging will be coming to the case thanks to USB Type-C, including optimized charging, which I assume is referring to the case because we already have that for the AirPods themselves. And of course, that MagSafe will be present too. We already have that on the AirPods 3's case and the updated AirPods Pro 1 case. But what I would love to see here is simply charging your AirPods from the back of your iPhone. That would be awesome. Maybe it will happen with the iPhone 14. I would simply love to see that. Also, according to 52 Audio, the new AirPods will feature hearing aid capabilities. So, you know those two strap holes that we've seen reported before, and you can even see it on this render here? Well, according to 52 Audio, they're not holes for a strap, but they're actually microphones for the hearing aid functionality. I do find it a bit weird. I think it would have made more sense for the mic to be the one on the bottom left. But anyway, the idea is that you'll be able to place the case basically anywhere, and that would live stream the sound to your AirPods Pro 2. And then you can increase the volume and hear whatever's being spoken near it better. This is already possible with the iPhone, by the way. The issue is that you do need to have an iPhone. So I guess it's cheaper to just give an elderly person an Apple hearing aid, but let's be honest, who would be doing that? This would be the world's most expensive hearing aid. According to 52 Audio, another new feature is the ability to measure your heart rate, which sounds unreal, but this has actually been done before by numerous manufacturers, including Samsung with their Gear Icon X's in 2016. So I'm curious to see how this would impact the battery life. And also, does this mean that you won't need an Apple Watch to track your activity anymore? You probably know that iOS 16 introduced the fitness app to the iPhone 2, but since there's no heart rate monitoring, it only counts essentially the steps, and it's not that accurate. And what if you already have an Apple Watch? Would the data be more accurate as it would be taken from two different devices? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Something else that 52 Audio mentioned is that this heart rate would also support temperature detection. It's not 100% confirmed, but they do believe that this might be the case. We have seen this reported before, but never for the AirPods Pro 2 specifically. And again, this is something that the Apple Watch Series 8 is set to come with too. So I'm really curious to see what happens if you have two devices with similar measurements. Would you get a more accurate reading or not? Posture monitoring might be coming too. This was not reported in this report, but it was in last year's Wall Street Journal's report. And in that report, they also talked about the hearing aids functionality, the thermometer, and this posture tracking, two of which have also been reported by 52 Audio. I do find it odd how they haven't said anything about the lossless audio standard. Hopefully that is still coming and it's not the LC3 standard for the AirPods Max. And I'm also really curious about the pricing, which I guess would also depend on the lineup. If Apple discontinues the AirPods Pro 1, then they could theoretically price them at the same price as the old ones. But if they keep these at the same exact price, then I think the new ones would start from like 300 or so. Now, Mexico did say that because Apple also kept the AirPods 2 when they started selling the AirPods 3, a lot of people didn't actually buy the 3s and the sales were lower than expected. So because of this, it is likely that Apple will not be selling the AirPods Pro 1 anymore once the second gen releases. But yeah, loads of updates in terms of the new generation. So let me know, what do you guys think? Are you getting a pair or not? I'm Daniel, this has been ZONEofTECH, and I'll see you guys in the next one. ZONEofTECH, signing out. Cheers.